few things need to be simplified. I have a lot of people who reach out to me and they're like, Karina, what should I do? Karina, am I doing this right? Guys, I'm not a person who's going to tell you what you're doing right or wrong. I'm not going to tell you what to do, period. What I'm going to tell you is how reality works, so that through that understanding, you can come to your own conclusions and you can break free from having to need a coach or need more content for you to learn your own rhythm of manifestation. So let's go ahead and start by understanding what the now moment is. And I've said in my previous videos, we have two functions, right? And our primary function is our consciousness. We are pure consciousness, awareness, 4D mind, universe, I am, whatever word resonates with you the best, God source, stick with that because it's all the same. But you understand that you are the ultimate authority in your life. And within this consciousness, we have all of our desires right there. That's where our desires are born. And because everything exists and is accessible to you in this consciousness doesn't therefore need a past and it doesn't need a future because it's not tied to one identity. There's infinite amount of identities, versions of you, desires that you want to experience through your human vessel. Your human vessel is your second function, right? This human character. I am Karina, and I have emotions and I have senses, and I experience everything in linear time. I experience everything with matter, right? And that is what gives me the human experience. That's the whole reason why consciousness is within this vessel, to experience itself through my human character. Okay? You follow? I hope so. Now that we understand that, now we know what the now moment is. The now moment is what we are telling ourselves in this moment. So let's go ahead and say I am manifesting $1,000, but I only have $10 in my account. I tell myself, I have $1,000. I'm going to have $1,000. Oh, I remember when I had $1,000. That's a Neville Goddard technique, right? The I remember when, or that I'm going to get $1,000, or I have them. It doesn't matter if you're speaking in past tense, future tense, or now. Your now moment, your consciousness is programmed to convert everything to now. So it will think this is what Karina is experiencing right now. And because she's been focused on this for so long, I'm going to go ahead and project this into her reality, because that's where my attention has been. Which is why, guys, I personally don't care for revision. To me, revision is just a fancy word to say you changed, you revised the past. If the only moment that we have is a now, I have no need to dig into my past and try to change something when I can just say right now that I've always been this way. So for example, if I was a person who got cheated on in the past, instead of revising the cheating or revising the breakup, then I will just say, men have always been committed to me. My relationships have always been healthy. I've always had the man and the relationship that I want. There's no need for me to dig into that past, because what I've noticed, at least within myself, is by trying to revise something, it puts my awareness even more on that old shitty story that hurts my feelings. It puts my awareness more on that, and then having to change it, and then I feel like it's forced. Whereas if I just understand the now moment, then I just declare everything to be that it's been always this way, or that it's this way now, or however you want to affirm, that's up to you. And this is why, guys, it is so important for you to understand this law and to apply it your way, because it's your rhythm of manifestation. And if you understand how it works, then you won't find yourself asking, am I doing this right? Or let me go ahead and double check with this person. Let me go ahead and read another book. Let me go ahead and consume more content. This law is not that complicated, guys. If anything, we are the ones who are complicated because of our old stories, our narratives, or the 3D, or our ego, all of that, right? We're the ones who make it complicated. So it's more of a journey of understanding ourselves, how our mind works, what a rhythm of manifestation is, more than it is understanding the law itself, because the law is actually very simple. So, when it comes to, for example, in this topic that I'm talking about, understanding the now moment, I understand that even if I just had a crash out or a breakdown 2 minutes ago, in this now moment, I get to decide that crash out didn't mean anything. I'm this right now, or I'm going to have this, or this is the way that it is. And my little conscious mind, my little conversion calculator that I have up here that is only preset to convert everything to now through my awareness, then that's what must be. So the past doesn't really matter. The things that I consider mistakes can completely be rearranged to be my successes. That's why we say everything always works out in my favor, because even the most outrageous, illogical, and irrational things make sense when you are declaring from your ultimate power and being that everything works out in my favor, so it must. And that's the beauty of your consciousness, because all things, all solutions to any problem you think you may have already exist within your desires. They already exist in mind. And so if you understand conscious manifesting, if you understand how this works, how this cause to your effect works in life, then you will harness more self-trust, more understanding within yourself and how you function, how you handle things, what techniques are better suited for you. Like for me, I just said earlier, vision isn't my thing. Imagination isn't my thing. I'm a person who does a lot of self-talk, and I've always talked to myself in my mind, and I've always had inner conversations. That doesn't mean it's going to work for other people, but I know that it works for me, and it works for me even more so now, or so I tell myself, is because I have the clear understanding of how my consciousness works and how my awareness works and how everything is right now through my attention. And how I choose to maintain my attention or my discipline or my commitment or my decision to my desire, again, semantics, is completely up to me. But with the knowledge of how conscious creation works, I then apply that to the tools or the techniques that are more suitable to me. And I find, guys, that a lot of us, when we learn about conscious manifesting, it's like we almost invalidate or we see weakness in the human character. And your human character is really important. It is the vessel through which you're experiencing your desires, after all. It's your quality of life on a day-to-day basis. So when you embrace who you are and how you think and how you feel, it's going to make things flow and be easier and effortless for you. Because just because you're powerful and you take a second to embrace your humanity, your emotions, or what it is that you're going through, doesn't mean you're less powerful. You're powerful whether you believe it or not. You always have been. And so that's why on my page, I always talk about humanizing conscious creation so that it's more digestible to the material mind, so that it's more understandable for you, and so that you're in return can then apply it the way you feel that is better suited for you, which is why, again, I will repeat it. This is the law of you. This is the law of I am what I say I am. And this is my rhythm of manifestation. So with that said, guys, I hope you guys have a great night. And if you are interested in coaching, the link is in the description box below. You guys can send me a direct message if it's on the TikTok platform. And you guys can also email me if you guys are watching me through YouTube.